Hello and welcome back. So here we have several items received in one category here, which is awesome. But then what we want to do is to create more items in several locations. So in several categories, sorry. So if I come to the categories table here, we did add a column called views. Now it's a good practice. Let me go to the structure here. It's good practice to add a default value if you're not expecting this to be nullable. So let me edit this and say change views here, and then add a default value as defined. It should be 0 to start with, because we know the views should be 0 in the beginning. So that's good. That will prevent problems when saving to the database later on. But now we are in products. So let's add a few more products in different categories other than food, of course. So I'll click add here. I just want to add one image. Let me go to images here and say product name. I'll say alcohol, like so. Quantity, these things don't really matter for now. It's just the category we are after. So I want the drinks category here. The price doesn't matter. We'll put one here. And let's just save. Okay. Product added successfully. Good. Let's add another one, shall we? Maybe not in the drinks category. Let's browse. It seems like it didn't empty the stuff here, which is something I should look into, of course. We have one burger there, but okay, let me not waste time here. Let me just add random items here. Let me go to drinks and let's go to clothing. We're going to maybe let's put it this one on meat. So we'll say meat burger. And let's save. Okay, great. Which wasn't even correct at all. But let's try again. Let's say one more thing, where we are. Halo, I don't know what this is. But let's change our category to nothing resembles this at all. But I'll put it on shirts just to add more items. Let me put 2 items on shirts here just so we can see the difference, that it's not just getting one item but several. Or maybe not shirts, maybe we can go to drinks. Let's see, drinks. What's the name of this drink? So good. Okay, and hit save. Great. Alrighty then, so now if I go back to my home page and refresh, let me reduce the view. I have more items here to deal with. Very nice. And if I come down here, I have more items to deal with here as well. Some random items, because there's more items now. Looking good. But here now, we have, let's see the categories we have. We have food, and then we have drinks, and then we have wait, what do we have? Oh, it's skewed. We have shirts. So things are looking good. Now there's one category here which has an apostrophe, so I want to see what happens when I do that. So let me browse here, then that way we can find a way to fix it. So I'm just going to put Mexican, I don't know what this is, tradition. That's all I can see there. But let's add this another category apostrophe. Now the thing is, actually forgot about to mention this. There's this category that has an apostrophe here because somebody asked me how they can go about doing something like this, but I didn't explain how you can, because right now with your own system, if you try to add a category with an apostrophe, it's probably going to fail. So I'm going to show you how I managed to do that and what I used. It's very simple. So I'm just going to say add another category here, and I'm going to hit save, and let's see what happens. Product added successfully. Okay, so we have that product here. Now if I come back to this, actually let me show you what I did before we go any further. So I'm going to go to the models and go to category class, and right here when adding to the when creating the table for the categories, right, that's where you have to fix things. So in the make table for the category class, just go to this part which says edit args, where you add the arguments, and then just add this function there that says add slashes. So after the dot, put add slashes there, opening bracket, closing bracket, then follow the dot. This way what happens is we escape any slashes that are in here or for any special characters. That way when we add these edit args to the JavaScript here, it doesn't cause problems. Because look, if you notice here, we have a single quote there and another single quote there that's encapsulating this variable here, whatever items we added here. So if we have another one here, another apostrophe in the name of an item, then it causes problems because it's going to be apostrophe, another one in the middle, and another one here, which doesn't make sense because these have to always be 2-2. Otherwise it will get confused what's going on. But if we say add slashes, it's going to escape those ones in there. And escaping simply means when you do something like this. Let's say in this word, which is event, if I put an apostrophe here, you see things have gone confused. But if before the apostrophe I put a slash like this, then it knows this is a literal character and it ignores it. So this is why add slashes actually works. So once you do that, you can now add categories that have an apostrophe in them and maybe a few other special characters. But then now we have this, let's see how it's going to reflect on the other side. So if I refresh now, and you see another categories, so you see it removed the space and it removed the apostrophe as well. And why did it do that? Because we used a regular expression here, which is this one. So for those that want to learn regular expressions, I'm going to have a complete course from 0 to hero to show you exactly how to create your own in order to make your work easier. Yes. So because normally without using a regular expression, we would have to do several lines of code to first check for spaces and then check for apostrophes. And also we don't know what other characters people would put in there. So we have to account for every single character. Meanwhile, when we use the this system, what we can do is just put this and then it will account for any character that isn't a proper word. But then I don't want my space here to be done away with, because this is 2 words, there's another category. So sometimes words won't make sense if we do this. So instead what we will do is we're going to use string replace before we do this. So I'm going to say string replace like that. We could do a preg replace, but that's kind of overkill here. So what I'm going to do is copy the same item, like so, what we're doing here, put it here. So before we replace any characters, we just want to search for spaces. So I'm going to put an empty space here, and then replace it with an underscore. And then the subject is the same item here, and put there. Boom. Great, so let's see the difference here. Okay, so that's much better. No apostrophe and an underscore there for the space. Okay, so we are doing great so far. All right, so the next video we'll see how to display this content once we have it now.